I'd like to entitle these lessons, The Art of Happiness. It seems to be our goal, ultimately, through all our endeavors, is we want to be happy. Becoming entangled in so much that leads to our frustrations and our unhappiness. What it takes to become happy, stay happy. How to be happy. I can't be happy now. I'll save time for the future to be happy. People work their whole lives away, hoping to portion some time to be happy, some time in the future. Happiness is our internal position. And real happiness is right here, right now. It's just covered by all this illusion of unhappiness that we find ourselves in. Even within the suffering of the material world, we can be happy. It's not as hard as one thinks. Cultivate that happiness. Like within wood is fire, just waiting to come out. All it needs is the right spark. Bring forth the big flame, the fire. Happiness is that fire that we've just covered with so much, the spark is still there, and if we ignite it, it should be your strongest goal, is to be happy. So the one thing that'll give us eternal happiness is knowing the truth of ourselves. The truth is akin to happiness. Everybody talks about knowledge is power, but knowledge is also happiness. It's the knowledge that we are not these material bodies going through this daily suffering. I mean, we're there. Our decisions led to all these things. What we're taught, our right from wrongs, what came before us, what's expected to come after us, all play a role. All these factors, are well in play. The main key to be aware of in this life is that it's temporary, human existence. That we've been in, this material world, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. But we are not temporary. We are actually spirit souls in this body, having a temporary material experience, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. And so we understand that the soul is eternal. It's full of knowledge and full of bliss. The soul is part and parcel of God, so it shares the same qualities as God, just in minute quantity. A drop of ocean water has all the same qualities as the ocean, but yet, the ocean is vast and it's the reservoir of all these droplets, spiritual atomic atoms, become entangled with material nature. If you don't think happiness is our eternal nature, try looking at a toddler. All they want to do is be happy. All they want to do is play and eat sweets and drink juice and watch cartoons and just play and have a good time. Because that's what all they know. It's the closest thing we knew in the previous world. In the midst of all that, there's all the suffering they have to go through. My nappy's wet, I'm soiled, I'm hungry, I don't know the rules, so thereby now I'm hurting myself, doing things that are not in my best interest. And that's the same problem with us as adults. We work for happiness, but we're doing things that really aren't in our best interest. Happiness is our eternal position. We're eternal, we're full of knowledge and full of bliss. So we chase that. We chase that even in this temporary material existence. The more we attach ourselves to the outcome of our material endeavors, the more we're going to be disappointed, enraged, angry, jealous, envious, all the negative material emotions that kind of pass. While we're observing the film, which is our lives, it's better to be the observer than one of the people relying on the fruit or results of the actions of these temporary characters. The only person that's having the most fun is the person that's sitting back watching the film. Everybody else is working. We want things to come effortlessly. You have to let nature take its course, because if there's one thing that you can observe in the natural world, it's patterns that we in science try to dissect and use to our advantage. Just try to have a grander view, a step back view, a view from the mountaintops. Here's a story. It's like a frog can live in its whole life in a well. You can come and tell him all you want about the ocean. And the frog will never know about the ocean. The frog will say, "Oh, what's this ocean?" And say, "Oh man, the ocean. You go out there and the ocean's big, it's huge, it's huge." "Oh, big like this well?" "No, much bigger than the well." "Like 2 wells?" No, man, there's more water, like 5 wells. The frog will never understand how big the ocean is. So in life, you have to go out there and choose your happiness, claim it, because it's your natural birthright. Happiness is where we should always be. All of our endeavors should be for that goal. Who you surround yourself with cultivates your happiness. Again, you have to cultivate happiness. So you want to be around people that help cultivate your happiness. Not just enable you in your self-destructive tendencies, but actual happiness. It keeps going around in circles. And then, it gets more dissected when you get into, karma and your actions and the choices that we make to try to achieve happiness. Because usually our choices end up entangling us into more and more cycles of suffering. And that we'll get into another time, right?